Hi, welcome to Woolswap. This is episode 14 and I'm coming to you from Brisbane in Australia, and my name is Gail and I am the wool matchmaker behind Woolswap. So if any of you don't know what Woolswap is a yarn matching service that is I operate, and it's operated globally. So what happens is every 2 months I open up registrations and people go online, register, pay a small fee, and then I match you up with other yarny like-minded people from around the world. And then what you do is you correspond with each other via email or social media, and then you package up yummy yarn parcels and send them off. And if you want to see some of the great yarn parcels, just go look at my Instagram page. I post quite a few of them on there, and yeah, there's some fabulous ones. So yeah, if you ever wanted to try Woolswap, the next round is actually coming up again on the 1st of September, so only a couple of weeks away. And yeah, it'll be another exciting round. So hopefully look forward to seeing some of you new wool swappers jumping on board. So in relation to Woolswap, I also have some exciting news. So Woolswap is something new is coming to Woolswap, and I'll just keep it on the down low for a little bit, but all I can say is it's going to involve a Woolswap shop. So stay tuned, because I am going to be selling some products. So hopefully you're going to like some of them, and yeah, can't wait. I've got some stuff on order, so it's just waiting for it to show up, and then I've just got to set up my website and do all those kind of technical things. So once that's up and running, maybe a couple of weeks, a month's time, yeah, just watch the space. You're going to see some Woolswap products. So yeah, so it's super exciting. So anyway, today, so what I do is, if you're new to Woolswap, I put up a video once a week and just let you know what's happening with on the Woolswap side of things, and also just in general what I've been working on in my knitting world, because I'm an avid knitter, and I've been knitting since I was about 8 years old, and I did take a break, as I think most of us did, like around the mid to late 80s, 90s. I didn't knit at all. And then, yeah, I just thought, oh, I need a beanie. So, oh, I know how to knit that. So yeah, started up again, and yeah, haven't looked back. And then started learning how to knit new things like socks and cardigans and stuff like that. So yeah, got hooked on it. So whenever I'm kind of sitting down, I like to have the needles in my hand and knit away. And at this point in time, what I do is I like to knit watching TV, and I might watch a show, and then yeah, I'll get up and do something else, and then think. So comment below where you knit, and do you have a special knitting chair, or do you have a knitting room? I know some of the people I follow on Instagram have their own kind of little craft room. I, unfortunately, because I live in a small 2-bedroom unit in the city, yeah, I don't have my own special area, so I just have one kind of corner of the couch, and that's where I kind of park myself when I'm knitting. And we have just recently put a couch out on our balcony, so when it gets a bit warmer, it'll be great, and I'll probably do a spot of knitting out there as well. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear where everyone likes to knit from. So yeah, let me know. Just comment below. That'd be great. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about, I do have a lot of sock stuff to talk about, and some purchases that recently arrived, and just some work in progress of some of the stuff I've been working on, because I've got about, I don't know, 8 things on the go, and I'm trying to share the love with all of them each day. So every time I sit down, I try and knit on each different one. And like I've said before, hopefully maybe one episode I might just have a whole episode on all finished products. But I'm not sure that'll happen, because I'll probably want to cast on again, and I'll just forever and ever just have a cycle of knitting projects on the go. So the first things I want to show you is my finished item, and I'm mad about knitting scrappy socks, anything scrappy really. And so voila, I have a finished pair of socks. Woohoo! So these are super special because they are my first ever toe up socks with a different kind of heel as well. And yeah, so first time knitting with the circulars with toe up, and I've mastered the toe part okay. These are just scraps of my, I don't like things matching. I don't know what it is, but none of my socks will probably ever match. Oh, unless I'm knitting them with the same color, of course. So this is my first time doing, like I said, the top, but I've mastered how to do the Turkish cast on. So thanks to YouTube. There's heaps of really cool videos on there how to do it. And then my other dilemma was, when I've tried before, is the little, the ladder up the side, but I think I've mastered that as well. And I've been reading a lot lately that you shouldn't pull the first stitch tight, should be the second one on at the beginning of each row, at the beginning of each round. So I tried to do that. So I don't think they're too bad once I start wearing them. I never block, this is the blocking, I never wash and block, I just stick them on my blockers, my sock blockers. And then it was interesting to do like the different heel as well, because I normally like the gusset, the heel flap and gusset. So this was kind of cool, but they do fit quite well. So it'll be interesting to see how long they wear. And then, so all I did with this is I just have I've said before, I've got little jars, and I just had 1 to 5 grams marked on the jar. And so just any scraps, when I've got them there, I pop them in there, and then just random colors. So no rhyme or reason, no thing. So again, if you like scrappy socks, let me know below. And yeah, so I was super excited. These probably took me maybe a month, but working on all my other projects as well. But once you get the swing of it, and the plain knitting's pretty easy. So I'm very happy with these. Whether I do another pair toe up, don't know. I do like the double pointed, which I'll show you in a minute on my other socks. So, but anyway, that's my finished object. So that you can see. Don't look too closely. But yeah, I always like knitting these because you never know what the next color is going to be if you pick them random, and it's always a surprise to see how well it goes. But I've never kind of had any failures. That's just part of being quirky, right? So that's those. Well, we're still on socks. I'll show you. Oh, and this is how I got into socks. I think she's still around. A lady from Burrow and Saw, and she's on Etsy, and I found her way back in 2015. I think that's when I started getting into socks. And she's from the UK, and she had a sock club, and I think it ran for 3 months. So every month you got a different skein of yarn, and you got some other little goodies like some lollies and some candles, and then I don't think she provided patterns, but she gave a little spiel of where she's from. I think she might have even been from Scotland. But anyway, so I got this cute bag as well. So I use this for my socks. And then once I started getting the sock yarn and getting patterns and learning how to do sock knitting, I was like, oh my God, I'm hooked. I don't do this before for years. So now what I'm working on is the pattern's Vanilla Latte, and the pattern's by Virginia Rose Jeans. I think that's how she pronounces her name. And so all this one is, so I'm back to my double pointed needles. So I use Knit Pro Zings, 2.5 millimeter. So what I'm knitting this with, goodness, Mitchell's Creations, hand dyed. She's from America, and this is Nape sock, and the colorway is Give Me My Flowers, and it's kind of like it's like a pinks, a little bit of maroon. It's got a little flecks of orange in there. So this is how I learned was the double pointed, and it's a little bit fiddly at the beginning. So you have 4 needles and you have a 5th one that you knit round with. Little bit fiddly at the beginning. I do hate the first couple of rows, but yeah, once I'm into it, this is my favorite way to knit socks for sure. So this pattern, and so I don't get second sock syndrome, which has been happening lately. I've actually cast on the other lot, so I'm just knitting them kind of in order. So the pattern is it's just a ribbing, and then it's knit purl with a knit round in between, and it's, you probably can't see it, but it's going to have a nice bit of a groove there. See that? Maybe I haven't gone up enough, but so it's going to be quite nice. So it's quite relaxing just knitting on these now that they're this size. I do like the sock knitting. I don't know, quick, simple, doesn't take as long. So yeah, so that's the new cast on. Because I finished these ones, I'm allowed to cast on something new, right? So yeah, so another pair of socks. So that's those in my burrow and saw. And I've got, this week I got some happy yarn mail, and I was super excited. It did come, I think, the week before, but it's also from the big wool show that was put on recently. It's like a virtual yarn festival, and because we're not having the yarn festivals here in Australia yet, a lot of the local indie dyers, Australian indie dyers, had links to their stores. So I thought I'd go and try out a whole heap of new ones, and this is the last one that I purchased, and it's from a company called Maximu Yarns, and they are down in the Mornington Peninsula down in Victoria. And I got these two beautiful skeins. Look at those. They look amazing. So they are both 4-ply, what's it saying here? 4-ply, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and sock yarn, it says on the front. And it has really cool colours. So the colourway for that one is Undergrowth, and the colourway for that is Alga Bloom. So I'm going to, this one's probably going to go into a green coloured inspired jumper I'm going to knit. I don't know the pattern yet, but I've got a whole heap of green kind of yarns that I'm just going to mix and match. But this also goes with it too, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm so lucky to find all these new indie dyers out there. So I'll put their details down below. They have a website, and yeah, go and check them out. They're all just new people starting out, I think. But it's good to show the love to all these small indie dyers out there. Well, I think so anyway. I hope you guys do too. So yeah. So let me know below what purchases you've got this week. if you got any and who they are. I'd love to check out some new ones. I think a few weeks back, one of my friends, Heather, hi Heather, from the States, mentioned a place called Pineapple Yarn, and I just, on one of her videos, so I went and had a look and may have made a purchase. So I'm waiting for, it's been posted, so, and it's a surprise kind of club thing. So I'm waiting for that to turn up. So it has left America. I'm not sure if it's actually made its way across to Australia yet, because with COVID and everything, I know here in Australia there's less and less planes flying in and out. So I think the postage has gone a bit slow at the moment, because I am waiting for some yarn from the UK as well to turn up. So, and that was sent maybe a couple of weeks ago. So I'm hoping that won't take too long either, because that'll be really exciting. Can't wait to show you guys from that, about that. And the other things I wanted to talk about today was one of my other work in progresses I'm working on, and I've spoken about these before, but I have done a fair bit on this one, so I wanted to show you again. So this is a cardigan called May Ma, and it's by Pip and Pin. And I'll put all the links to their patterns and stuff down below in the show notes for you, in the description below. So this is my progress so far. So this is, it's kind of like it's like a honeycomb brioche is what they say. And it looks kind of tricky, but when you get the swing of it, it's not really. So I'm kind of quite happy. And I love this colorway. This yarn is from Skein Yarn here in Australia. They have such beautiful yarn. And this colorway is called Soul, and this is El Merino is the brand of yarn. So it's extra fine superwash merino. It's gorgeous. The feel of it's so nice, and it's just working up beautifully. And I actually saw this and asked for a custom order, so I got enough hopefully to make this cardigan. So I was a bit lucky to do that. I don't know. Do you like to do custom yarn? This is my first time doing one, enough for a sweater quantity, I guess. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Or do you just like to buy random ones like I do, and then mix them together, and then you got like a multicolored jumper when you're finished, or a shawl, or a scarf, whatever you think. So we've been busy this week. We've been shopping for other things, and if you have a look behind me in the corner, we bought some pot plants. And again, this is something that I used to do when I was first moved out of home in my 20s, and I used to have heaps and heaps of pot plants. But we decided last week that we would buy some pot plants for our little unit, because I don't know, just to make it a little more brighter and to help purify the air and stuff like that. And we haven't had any for a long time, because we did a lot of traveling, so we were kind of never home too often, so we didn't want to have plants that, because we'd go away at 3 months, 6 months, 12 months at a time. So we didn't want to have to worry about someone having to water them, or by the time we get back they'd be all dead. But now, unfortunately, because we can't travel, and we probably won't be able to travel for a few years yet now, which is fine by us. We're quite happy that just hanging out. So we decided to get some pot plants. So that the one behind me is one of them. We ended up getting 4, and so it's always, we're gonna try and not kill them, hopefully from overwatering or underwatering. But so we're trying to make our little pad a little bit more homely, I think. So what's everyone else doing? Are you making your pad look, you know, your house a bit more cozy, and now that we're spending more time in our houses, I guess? Or are you just leaving it as it is? Love to hear. Let me know. Comment below. So yeah, like I said, Woolswap is going to be up and running again on the 1st of September. So save the date if you want to join the next one. And stay tuned, because definitely Woolswap shop's going to be exciting. Well, it's exciting for me. So I've, getting some product coming in. So I'm just waiting for that to show up. And like I said before, I've got to set up my site and do all that crazy stuff, and then hopefully get it up and running. So yeah. All right, well, I think that's about it, because I could ramble on forever about all my other knitting projects as well, but I'll keep it to what I've got today. And yeah, hope your week you've had a good week, and I hope you have a really great week coming up. And I will catch you next week for the next episode of Woolswap. And if you want to subscribe, please do. And have a great week, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.